This video is to show you how you can customize your C8 Corvette drive modes for your own needs. There's quite a lot of customizability built in here. Here you can see the two main displays and your toggle to go between drive modes here. Let's start out with the different drive modes. Here you have a all-weather traction mode, so that would be good for rain or snow. Then you have My Mode. Now this is one that has a lot of customization that you can do, and we'll show you when we get to that by going here into settings, okay? And then next up, you have Touring Mode. After that, Sport Mode. You can see the display changes there a little bit to give you a sportier information. And then finally, Track Mode. And there's actually quite a bit of customizability within Track Mode. And of course, you also have your own Z Mode by pressing this button right here, and it lights up red. So let's start off with the two major modes for customization, and that's My Mode is first, okay? My Mode is an actual selection on this dial, okay? Z Mode is just can be pressed anytime by just pressing this button on the steering wheel. That's the difference, okay? My Mode is literally a setting that you can make your own, okay? And how we're gonna make it our own is we're gonna go to settings here, we're gonna go to vehicle, then we're gonna go to My Mode, and we're gonna select how we want My Mode to be. Engine sound? Absolutely track, right? Steering? Well, I particularly like the little bit of nice, looser steering that you get with cars like Ferraris. So I like touring, that's just your preference if you want to tighten it up. Suspension, I have it on Sport, which is like a nice, mid-range, that way it doesn't punish you too bad on the streets. And brake response, I went with track, but again, all of those can be customized just by pressing each selection and putting it where you want, okay? And here, you don't have to, confirm anything, you just exit out of it, and that's how your mode is, okay? So your mode is set up that way within the brake, suspension, engine noise settings. But now you say, well, it doesn't look as cool as some of the other modes. That's actually customizable too, and for that you can just use this right-hand toggle on the steering wheel, and when we select right, you'll see that on the right-hand side it goes to Options. Now you have Display Design, and I can actually change the display over to, you see, any which way I want. I can have it Sport, I can even have it be track, okay? So if I want to My Mode to be track, now you look here and you say, okay, well, did that work? Well, let's go over and look at the different displays. We're in all-weather mode, and it changes to the all-weather display. Now let's toggle right here to My Mode, and that should bring up a track display now. Yes, it does, okay? So there's several ways to get this track display. It doesn't have to only be in track mode. So, now here you can also change the different informational tiles, right? Here we're having oil pressure, and it looks like fuel economy in miles per gallon. And maybe I don't really care about miles per gallon as much because this is a fun car, and I'm not really trying to do eco-miling here or anything like that. So I can change the info tiles, okay? And I can take it away from fuel economy. So we know that that's one of them. So I'll click it again, and I'll get rid of it. And I'll change that over to, let's see, we already have oil pressure, so maybe we'll go with oil temperature, okay? And there it is. Now, in My Mode, I have the displays that I want, I have the type of display that I want, I have the tiles that I like to see, and that's My Mode. And that, we'll switch over to Tour Mode, and you see it's going to change, but now when we go back to My Mode, we're going to get right back that information that we need. That can be done in any of the modes. You can change the tiles to however you want, and that can be done. Now finally we have Z Mode. Now Z Mode can be pressed at any time. You do the same thing here. You're going to go up to Z Mode. You have all of your selections here. If you want engine sound, track, you see I definitely like that loud engine, right? All your different settings here. Again, nothing has to be confirmed. You just exit out of there and your Z Mode is set up. I think I have my Z Mode set up with the sport gauges. Yes, I do. Okay, so there's my Z mode, and there I have temperature for oil temperature, oil pressure, And you know, that's the way that I set it up. And the next video we're going to do is how to set up launch control, so be on the lookout for that one.